Thank you so much for watching. So today I'm going to be doing this tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm just priming my eyes with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I'm just patting that out, making sure it's all evenly all over the eyelid. I'm just going to be taking this translucent powder from L'Oreal, and I'm going to be tapping that all over my eyelid, just making sure that it's all evenly distributed. The reason why I'm doing this is because powders and creams do not mix. So doing this is just going to make your blending process a lot easier because you already do have powders, and powders will blend a lot better on powders. Now I'm going to be taking the Lorc Pro Palette, and I'm going to be using the taupe shade from that, and I'm just going to be, with a big fluffy brush, you want a fluffy brush because it's going to make your blending a lot easier. I'm just using the one from Eco Tools, and this just came in like a travel set. I don't know, it's my favorite brush, so I use it all the time. You just want to use it as a transition color. This is going to be a transition color. It's just going to make everything look a lot more smoother and blended together without doing all the work. Now with a smaller blending brush, I'm just blending the color Sable from the Lorc Pro Palette into my crease just to darken up the crease a little bit. This is also going to help with the blending because we are going to be putting a black in the crease, just in the outer V. Now I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, and I'm just putting that all over my lid. I'm doing this just to help with the eyeshadow that we're going to go on with a little bit later. This is just going to help the pigment of the color really stand out, and it's going to help the shadow stay on. As you can tell, I'm just patting out the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil that we just put on there. I'm just doing this just to make sure everything's evenly. That way the shadow can lay evenly on there so there's not any big chunks of glitter. You know what I'm saying. I'm just going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Emerald Golden. We're just going to be packing that all over the eyelid. Make sure it's all nice and evenly. Now I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible makeup setting spray, and I'm just going to be using that to wet my brush. I'm using the same brush that we previously applied the shadow with. Spraying your brush with this makeup setting spray is just going to really intensify the shadow. It's really going to make it stand out, and you're really going to see the glitter, and it's going to be shiny, and it's going to be beautiful. As you guys can see here, I kind of just pull on my eye just a little bit. I do this just because I have a hard time keeping one eye open and closed. Like, I cannot wink to save my life. So now I'm going to be taking the black shade from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just going to be putting that in my outer V, like just the outer corner of my eye. I'm doing this just to give my eye more dimension and just to really blend that green and everything, just so everything looks a lot smoother, because you don't want a harsh line, especially on the lid. So you just want to make sure that's all blended. I even go over it with the bigger fluffy brush just to make sure everything is blended well together. With the same Kat Von D palette, I'm going to be using the color Wrath from that palette. I'm just going to be adding a little more into my shadows just to make sure everything's a little more blended. And I did mention that this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow did have a lot of fallout, so what I'm doing is I'm just getting any makeup wipe and I'm just removing it from under my eye. Now I'm just curling my eyelashes. I'm just doing this just to get them all nice and ready for my eyelashes, because I do have straight eyelashes, which is annoying, but whatever. And then I'm going to go in with the Revlon Lash Potion, and I'm just going to put a thin coat on each side just to get them ready for the lashes. Now with the Lorc Pro Palette, I'm using the shade White, and I'm just going to be putting that on my highest point of my brow. And I actually do go over that with the color Champagne from the Lorc Pro Palette as well, just for a really nice highlight. Now I'm applying falsies. I'm using the Ardell Double Up lashes. These are hands down my favorite eyelashes. I just love how big and thick and long they are. Like, they just really make your eyes open. Now I'm just using my Maybelline Gel Liner, and I'm just using that to line my waterline. I did use the two shades from the Kat Von D palette, the brown and the black, and I just used that in my lower lash line, and I just blended it all out. Like, I'm sorry, it wasn't recording. I wasn't paying attention and it wasn't recording. And then I just used the same Revlon mascara, and I'm just using that to apply a coat down on my lower lash lines. This is totally optional. You don't have to. I know some people prefer not to, but this is a definitely must for me. I just feel like it opened my eyes. And then I'm going in with the shade Half Baked from Urban Decay, and I'm just using that as an inner corner highlight. This is just going to really open up your eyes. And then I take the Baby Lips moisturizer lip balm, and I just use that and put on my lips. And then I'm taking the Melted Nude from Too Faced, and I'm just applying that on my lips. This is actually my favorite nude so far. And then I go ahead and apply the Freestyle Naked to my lips as well as a gloss. This gloss is it's very glossy. And after I apply that gloss, that completes our look. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe.